Thursday night, it's the running of the Bulldogs. We're kicking out September with a bang. Valley Children's Stadium is alive. Optimism galore. We've got two teams hoping to make a quality first impression. Cal Poly, the Mustangs, going to take on Fresno State, the Bulldogs, a bowl team a year ago. Glad to have you along for the ride. This is going to be a lot of fun. Happy September to you and yours. With my partner, Devin Gardner, I am Eric Collins. We've got two schools tonight, Cal Poly, Fresno State, with quarterbacks both ends of the spectrum. You got one, Jake Haener, who's been around a lot, and you got another guy, Cal Poly, making his first career start.
Yeah, absolutely. When you can get the quarterback position right, your team can be extremely successful. Jake Haener at that Fresno State Bulldog team, he is outstanding in every way, makes all the throws. And then, like you said, on the other side, breaking news, it'll be Jaden Jones. The battle for the quarterback position for Cal Poly went all the way through camp, even up to this week. And Coach said Jaden Jones is going to get the nod.
Supposed to be a super athlete. We shall see if there's any rust. Hadn't played in a couple of years, back in his high school days. All right, it's going to be hot, folks. It's going to be steamy. You look at that. You got three digits, 102 for our game time temperature. Wow, that's hot. It's going to be a factor. But let's just do it. Let's get her done. It's September football, and we have had our coin toss already. Fresno State, they won the toss. They wanted to defer the decision to the second half. So Cal Poly will receive the football. Boom, we're underway. Cal Poly will start at the 25-yard line. It will be a touchback, and Cal Poly will have the football. We mentioned that their quarterback is making his first collegiate start. Jaden Jones is going to get the nod. He's a redshirt freshman. Actually saw a bit of playing time last year, but coming into camp, if you would have said that Jaden Jones was going to be your starting quarterback for Cal Poly, most people probably wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah, they would have probably laughed at you is what they would have done. I got a chance to talk to Jaden Jones before the game, and he's just so happy for the opportunity. A lot of his life has been taking advantage of opportunities. He was dealt a shorter hand in high school, and we'll cover that a little bit later, but he's so excited to get on this team and make plays.
First play of our ball game is an inside run, Jacoby Harper, and that fooled no one. Coming into the backfield and making a nice stop for a loss of a couple. It's a loss of 2. Cal Poly last year, they were 2-9 overall, 1-7 in Big Sky play. Hoping to improve that this year. Offensive player to keep in mind is Chris Coleman. He wears number 6. He played at Fresno State for a couple of years. He'll be the major weapon in the passing game. Catch is made by Bryson Allen. It'll bring up third down. Fresno State defensively, David Perales has put up numbers for years now. They're happy to have him back. Ray Scott, the transfer from USC. And LB, playing LB, Lavelle Bailey. Evan Williams, guy who's made a whole bunch of plays in his decorated career at Fresno State. He's back at one of the safeties. Third down and 9. First possession of the ball game, and Jones is swallowed up close to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a punt situation.
It's a very good job by Fresno State trying to mix up their coverage early for the young quarterback. They start off in a cover 2 shell, which means you're going to have 2 safeties high, and they roll to a cover one shell. Now, the thing is with this defense against a young quarterback, you do not want to sit still and allow him to read the defense. You want to confuse him a bit. What you can see there is eyes downfield. Things change for him post-snap, and now he has to try to make a play.
Coming on to punt the football away, this should be Michael Roth. Michael Roth, also a wide receiver last year. Got a whole bunch of punts off. Lefty. And Nico Remigio is calling for the fair catch, and he makes it at the 33-yard line. So Remigio, the transfer from Cal, fields the 40-yard punt with no return. Let's talk Jake Haener, the 6th-year senior from Danville.
Talented. So this is the thing. When I talk to a bunch of people, it's, man, this guy can really spin it. He's going to be a pro someday. But for me, I want to watch the film. I want to see what he's truly capable of. Watching the film, this young man is extremely special in the same mode of all the great Fresno State quarterbacks of the past. He's been exceptional. And what's helping him, he's got a guy in Jalen Moreno Cropper who caught 33% of his touchdowns a year ago.
It used to be Jalen Cropper in years past. He wants to honor his late grandfather, so he added the Moreno in front of Cropper. First offensive play, it's Jordan Mims, and Mims barrels forward for a nice first down gain. No Ronnie Rivers this year. Ronnie Rivers is gone from the program. He's in the NFL, so it's Jordan Mims going to get the bulk of the carries this season if he stays healthy. Gain of 5 for Mims. They fake it to Mims. Designed rollout. And the first completion of the season for Haener. It's Josh Kelly. Expect more of that as the year goes on. Very productive receiver so far in his career. All right, left tackle of note. Jacob Spomer, transfer. He had a great camp, and he won the left tackle job. He moved Dante Bull, who had been the left tackle, over to the right side. Here are your skill position players. We should mention Kirby Moore. He's now been elevated to the offensive coordinator. More about that as we move on as well. First down and 10. Remigio in space. Oh, man, he's electric out there. Look at him go. The Cal transfer, the first down and more. Pickup of 20 yards.
You want to attack the blitz, and this is a great job by Haener getting the ball outside. You're going to have the safety trying to come from the middle of the field to try to stop this bubble screen. If the defense is outflanked, you want to get the ball out quickly, and this is what can happen.
Offensive staff thrilled to have a weapon like Remigio added to the mix with Moreno, Cropper, and Kelly as the wide receivers. 4 receivers in the game. Mims in the backfield next to Haener. Cal Poly showing blitz. 4-man rush. Haener, bullet, incomplete. Nice defense play to knock that ball away. There is a flag down. First flag.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense. Number 72. 15-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Now Dante Bull, we told you that he had been the left tackle, moved over to right tackle, and he got guilty of the infraction.
You're going to see him right there getting into his pass set. And, you know, sometimes it's a very good job by the defensive end getting down and trying to get underneath that big, giant offensive tackle. And sometimes you get your hands up a little too high. He does there.
It was Elijah Ponder who had the face mask grab. And so they'll push them back all the way to the 49. First down and 25. Good God. Delayed handoff to Mims. Didn't fool anyone. It's a gain of maybe 2. Let's take a look at the Cal Poly defense. We've already talked about Elijah Ponder. Dustin Grind, one of the captains. He wears number 31 as the defensive end. Linebacking core, Judea Moon, Palu. Co-defensive coordinators, by the way. Cody Van Apple, Will Clemens. Second down and 23. And movement on the line. It's going to be a free play. Free play for Haener. And to no one in particular. Ty Jones was in the area. But that's going to be an easy 5 for Fresno State.
Offside. Defense. Number 31. 5-yard penalty. Main second down.
Dustin Grind trying to get an early jump on that.
There's Jeff Tedford. Man.
Offensive savant.
He truly, you talk about great quarterbacks over the last 2 decades. He's been around a lot of them. Aaron Rodgers.
2 Super Bowl champions. Trent Dilfer as well.
Kyle Bowler. Keely Smith. Joey Harrington. If you don't
Joey Harrington on the front of college football video game. Remember that, Oregon Ducks?
Yeah, the Detroit Lion growing up. Of course,
absolutely.
You know about Joey
I didn't want to mention that part, but it's all good.
Second down and 18. Haener steps up in the pocket, showing some good feet. Little pump fake. And coming back to the football and making the catch is Zane Pope, the 6th-year wide receiver. And last year, this is a Fresno State team that went to a bowl game and won. Kalen DeBoer moves on, and now to get Jeff Tedford to come back to this Bulldog team that he left a handful of seasons ago. What a boon that is for the program.
Yeah, absolutely. And he comes in an embarrassment of riches are given to him with all these wide receivers and a quarterback that a lot of people think can be a pro. He's a guy that works with 3D QB, and I talked to a person that went and watched him work out, and he said, man, this guy up close throwing this football live is something special to watch.
Yeah, Haener was actually thinking about transferring when Kalen DeBoer announced that he was leaving. And then when Jeff Tedford said, I'm going to be the new head coach, Haener said, I'm coming back. Catch is made in space. Look at Moreno Cropper go. Zigging and zagging, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Wow. 10 wonderful yards for Moreno Cropper.
Moreno Cropper, he's going to be to the bottom of your screen. You can't see him right now. He's just going to get across the field on a shallow cross. It's a great job of Haener dropping back, seeing downfield. Now, you want to catch that football clean, but he's so talented. He catches on the second bounce and then gets on the outside and picks up a first down.
5 minutes into our ball game. Fresno State on their first possession. They've made it inside the red zone.
It's a good time to try and throw a double move at this Cal Poly defense and keep them off balance.
Catch is made by Remigio. Oh, he jumps over the first man and out of bounds at the 10. They're going to love Remigio at Fresno State.
They're moving fast. Well, Fresno State is doing a good job of getting the ball out quickly when you have them outnumbered. Football is about numbers, and if you have more numbers, get that ball quickly and allow your receivers to do their work.
8th play of the drive. Again, Remigio. And it's been the drive of Remigio. Did he step out of bounds? Yes, he did. He's out of bounds at the 4. We also have a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 8. Half the distance to the goal. First down. Fresno State.
They called it on number 8. That's Dawson Hurst. Dawson Hurst is one of the safeties.
That's the element that makes Haener such a good quarterback, because once he gets out on the edge, he is a threat to run the ball. So now you got Hurst running out of the middle of the field, trying to stop him from running while he's getting the ball out, throws the ball, hits him late. Now they're a bit closer to the end zone.
So first down and goal from the 2. It's Mims in the backfield. He's got 205 pounds of girth to try and lower the head and get to the end zone, and he's just short. His helmet crossed the end line, but the ball didn't. It'll be second and goal. Again, Fresno State wanting to play quickly. Another chance for Mims. And on second effort, he gets through. First touchdown of the season, Fresno State.
Drive is about as seamless as it can be. Very good job of Mims. He tries to go up and over the top initially. He stopped, and then he finds a way to fight and get underneath into the end zone. Very nice job by him.
And Jordan Moon did a good job of plugging up the hole, but on second effort, it's a touchdown for Mims, capping off a 9-play, 68-yard touchdown drive. Abraham Montano, the extra point with the left foot, and it's a 7-0 lead for Fresno State. Folks, if you had been watching us on FS2, please change over FS1 during the break. We'll be back in a moment. This one, college football, is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Starting our September in Fresno, California. Watching Cal Poly and Fresno State get it on. We're 6.5 minutes into our contest. And how about a 9-play, 68-yard scoring drive for the Fresno State Bulldogs?
That a way to start another stint with your former head coach and give this Cal Poly all they can deal with on the offensive side of the ball. It's exactly what you thought you would see from Haener. Extremely efficient and a nice drive.
All right, second opportunity for Jaden Jones, the redshirt freshman quarterback from Oxnard, California. Let's talk about how he got from there to here. Last time he actually played significant time was as a junior in high school, 2019, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
Practiced at a junior college nearby, but lost his senior season.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't get his senior season and didn't burn a year at Ventura College, but then he bet on himself. He walked on at Cal Poly, and like we talked about in the beginning, if somebody would have told you in 2022 he'd be the starter, everybody would be laughing at you, but he is a starter. He's got an opportunity. The one thing they have to do, they have to keep him and this team on schedule. They cannot have losses on the first play of the drive.
Limited time last year, he threw 18 passes, completed 7, didn't throw a touchdown, and had 3 interceptions. Some experience is better than none, though, right? All right, good positive play on first down. It's a gain of 7. Chris Coleman, this is an important game for him. The captain began his college experience at Fresno State. That's Bo Baldwin, by the way. Bo Baldwin now in his 3rd year at Cal Poly. Won a national championship at the FCS level, Eastern Washington, a while ago. And a strong throw, but the receiver fell down, looking for Coleman. Incompletion's going to make it 3rd down.
Though that's an incompletion, that's very encouraging to see. You can see the young quarterback getting through his reads quickly, and he's going to have a completion for a first down, but the receiver falls down. That's very promising to see from a quarterback who, like you said, hadn't played since his junior year of high school in an actual game.
All right, how ambitious will Cal Poly get on 3rd down and 3? Taking a while to break the huddle. They're going to break the huddle with less than 10 seconds left on the play clock. They're running out of time. Play clock's down to 3. And Bo Baldwin calls the timeout, saves his freshman quarterback from a mistake.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the mechanical things that you go through, the growing pains, because in practice, as much as you want to use that play clock, there's no penalty for not getting out of the huddle on time, and you want to make sure you get all the reps as good as you can in practice. So these are the mechanical things that you thought you might see.
The play clock expiring. Cal Poly will take their first charge time of the half. 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 8:02. 8:02.
Yeah, these are some of the growing pains you thought you might see early, but you know that Baldwin's just telling, hey, Jaden, got to make sure we get out of the huddle, got to get out of the huddle. And a lot of times, I've been in that position. Sometimes the play gets in a little late, and you're trying to get the play called. The one thing that you have to do is make sure that you tell everybody, if there's motion involved, everybody just line up so we can go quickly.
There's the resume for Bo Baldwin. Been there and won that at Eastern Washington, including the 2010 FCS National Championship. That's a big deal, folks. And he's now been with Cal Poly for 3 years. He had a stint as the offensive coordinator at Cal in between his time at Eastern Washington and his time here at Cal Poly. 3rd down and 3. Jones by himself.
They're probably going to bring pressure, and you got one-on-one, man-to-man coverage across the board. Look for crossing patterns so that these receivers can get across the formation and lose their defenders.
Zero, 2.
Okay, this is just game clock.
This looks like this is going to be zero pressure. The more I look at it, they're going to have nobody back. So if they can buy time, he can have a big play here.
Only a 3-man rush. And looking for a big play down the sideline. Not going to happen. Giancarlo Woods was the man in the vicinity, but that really had no chance at all of being a completion. So the punt team will have to come on. It'll be the 2nd consecutive 3-and-out forced by the Fresno State defense. Michael Roth, 40-yard punt early in this first quarter. Got to be careful. Nico Remigio is back deep.
The star of the first drive for that Fresno State Bulldog club.
And Remigio can't get that low punt, and it's going to roll inside the 10. All right. Mr. Roth doing some work down to the 6-yard line. Fresno State, they've got the football. They've got some work to do. They've got a long field in front of them. Built for Success is presented by Rocket Mortgage. For the playbook on home loans, Rocket can.
Absolutely. Jake Haener is back. And when you get the quarterback right, you have a chance. At least at the start, you have a chance. You got your quarterback. Top 2 wide receivers are returning. And Coach Jeff Tedford to continue to mold Haener as a quarterback like he's done for so many talented quarterbacks.
The quarterback masseuse, Jeff Tedford. Fresno State a year ago, they won the New Mexico Bowl. They took down UTEP. Finished 10-3, 6-2 in the Mountain West. They start at the 6-yard line. 2nd possession of the season. Out in space. This is Moreno Cropper. crosses over the 10. It'll bring up second down and short. Gain of 5, maybe 6.
Eric, I'm just telling you, Fresno State is going to bubble Cal Poly to death if they do not match heads and find a way. But the thing about it, they don't want to match heads because you have Jordan Mims in the backfield who can tear you apart right up the middle, and he can hit that outside. So the Cal Poly defense is going to have to find a way to try to quickly put pressure on Haener or find a way to match heads with those wide receivers.
Mims has been the only back in the backfield so far. First 2 possessions for Fresno State. Bullet across the middle, caught by Josh Kelly. Kelly's second catch, it's good enough for a first down.
We're going to get, boom, dig right over the middle. I love this play in college. It's called a knife concept, where you have a guy to hold the flat defender with a dig coming around. Very nice throw by Haener.
I'm going to write these down this year. The knife concept.
I don't know why they call it knife.
Well, that's going to be my follow-up question. Every single time you give me this this lingo, the follow-up is why. So you're 0 for 1 so far.
Absolutely love it. Maybe it's because that ball knifes through the defense right to the receiver.
Remember, you can make this all up.
Absolutely.
Your dime, your dance floor. Haener is 7 for 7 throwing the football so far this season. Can he make it 8 for 8? Nope. The whammy early on in the year. He is now 7 for 8 throwing the ball.
How about those playmakers we spoke of? Obviously, the quarterback, Haener, and then you got Jalen Moreno-Cropper, and then you got Josh Kelly. Those are the top 2 receivers from a year ago. And don't forget Jordan Mims, who can do it from scrimmage in many different ways. And the person we don't have on there is the 4th leading receiver, Zane Pope. 3 of the top 4 pass catchers are back for this young man you see.
And oh by the way, they added Nico Remigio, and we know what he can do. Tons of time. Haener. Dart. There's Remigio. He crosses midfield. Nico Remigio from Orange, California. Began in the Pac-12 playing at Cal and decides to finish things off with the Bulldogs.
I mean, that's a talented throw. That's arm talent, layering the ball up above defenders to make sure your target catches the ball.
Another pitch and catch. This time, Ty Jones. Jones, his first catch.
Big game by Remigio, and then they go fast and hit you with another one. Very nice job with a pinch route from the wide receiver.
Ball's now at the 29-yard line. That's another 21-yard gain. Out in space, Remigio. This is where they... Oh, my goodness! This kid's electric. Nico Remigio, second time in our first quarter, he's gone Ronaldo Nehemiah.
I talked about it. You just don't have enough. You got 2 guys blocking 1 guy, and when you get one-on-one, you're going to get that from Remigio. Wow! What an explosive play. He jumps so fast. That is amazing.
Jack in the box. I like me some Remigio.
You know, you got teams in the future looking at this and saying, hey, that guy's going to jump over you. You better be careful.
He's listed at 5'11", 185, but man, he is just a bundle of juice.
And that may be generous.
Here's Mims trying to get to the outside. Mims has the first down into the 13-yard line.
It's a nice job. He gets into the line of scrimmage, and then he's going to see an opening to the outside. He gets there, frees it there, and then he sees the vision. Very nice job by Mims on the carry.
Mims, last time he was in the pads, 165 yards in that bowl win against UTEP. The job is his, no longer splitting things with Ronnie Rivers, and he's got the talent to be a main event weapon. Second time inside that red zone.
Finally, this Cal Poly defense can take a breath.
8th play of the drive. Maybe confusion. That didn't go as planned. That's opening day, Devin Gardner.
No, yeah, without question. You look to the sideline, you get a play, and I guess everybody did not get the same play. That's kind of what happened there. Nice job of Haener to minimize the damage and go get a couple. 1.
Yeah, it's a Michigan couple, right? 1. Clock moving, closing into the 4-minute mark of our first quarter. It's been all Fresno State. Offensively, they scored a touchdown. They're knocking on the door here with their second possession. And for Cal Poly, it's been 2 consecutive 3-and-outs.
Look for a play-action pass here.
They give it to Remigio. Looking for Rome. Nico Remigio, a touchdown. touchdown. He's going to be a problem in the Mountain West this year.
I mean, they have got to be excited, at least at the onset, what they have in Remigio. He's going to get just a jet sweep. This is a regular jet sweep. You're going to get a few yards here, but somehow he finds a way to get to the sideline, tiptoe up the sideline and into the end zone. What a play. The patience that he has to set up his blocks and then the burst to get around the edge is very, very nice.
Montano. Second extra point. It is a 9-play, 93-yard drive. Good golly, Miss Molly. I think we may have found something at Fresno State. Bulldogs are for real. How about Nico Remigio? Man, he is playing his first game with Fresno State, showing you what he's all about, Devin Gardner.
I mean, he's obviously a part of the Fresno State gymnastics team as well because he is leaping and jumping over everyone that tries to tackle him. How about that explosion? I mean, I was a nice dunker in high school, but I wasn't jumping that fast.
There early.
Hey, you notice I said in high school, no longer a nice dunker. I can lay up.
Third kickoff of our first quarter for Montano, and it's going to be the third touchback. This is just a smorgasbord of college football this weekend. We got a Thursday night game. We got a Friday night game. Tomorrow you got Illinois and Indiana. That's on FS1. Two Big Ten programs opening up their college season. You got Illinois already a win last week over Wyoming. They're going to take on the Hoosiers. Kicks off tomorrow, 8 Eastern, FS1, and the Fox Sports app.
Eric, how good does it feel for college football to be back? I mean, my goodness, it took forever.
It really did. When you think about it, everything ended in January, and now we're in September. That's 9 full months.
This is a big drive here for Cal Poly and this young quarterback, Jaden Jones.
They spit it out there. Jacoby Harper. He's got the first down of the game for Cal Poly, and he picks up 20 yards in the process.
When I asked Coach Baldwin, what do you want to call when you think your quarterback is going to need something? You need to see incompletion. He said screens, quick throws to the flat, things that get the ball out quickly so he can see that completion and start to build that confidence. That's one of those confidence-building throws for Jaden Jones.
Jones has Harper next to him in the backfield. Harper is not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Matt Lawson, one of the defensive linemen that rotates in, comes in and makes the stop. Started this game, number 92, one of the defensive tackles. Gabriel Lightfoot, he's a true freshman for Fresno State. That is rare. A true freshman with the size and the wherewithal to start at a major Division I program on the defensive line. Second down pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Giancarlo Woods.
I mean, that's just something that you can't do. You have a young quarterback that's just trying to get his feet wet, trying to get comfortable. He has 2 easy throws, one he completes, and then this one is just dropped by Woods.
So playing from behind the sticks, as they call it. Third and 11.
You want to stay on schedule, and they just haven't been able to do that. And that throw would have kept them on schedule and created either a first down or a third and short. But now you got third and long. Let's see if they can protect.
Jones, as man had a step or two, but the pass is too far for Chris Coleman. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 11 and another punting situation.
Fresno State is playing a lot of man-to-man, and he has them. This is a nice route, and he has the opportunity to get the ball. But when you're in your first start, your first opportunity, you speed things up. You start that adrenaline gets to pumping, and then you're a little strong, you're a little long, you're a little outside on a lot of throws, and that's what you saw there from Jaden Jones. You can see he's like, oh, my goodness, I had one. He will be more comfortable as his game goes on, but early he has to find a way to put a drive together, because this Fresno State offense is not stopping.
Got a flag on the field. The punt from Roth goes into the end zone, but we'll have to sort it out. Christian Watson is our referee.
illegal formation, too many men in the backfield. Offense, that 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the touchback spot. Timeout on the field.
Okay, so that offense of Fresno State led by Nico Remigio. They're going to be back in full display when we come back. Well, a hearty welcome to the Fresno State family. Nico Remigio, he's had a breakout performance.
Yeah, I mean, Remigio has been the star of the show. He's been outstanding. And when you see this Fresno State offense and you come back and you say, well, we got 3 of the top 4 pass catchers from a year ago, but then we add Nico Remigio. I mean, the possibilities are endless. He's been explosive in every facet of the game. He's gone downfield, he's caught screens, and he's taken a jet sweep to the house.
Coaching staff telling us he runs like a running back when he gets the ball out in space. And what's this formation, Devin?
It's a little funky there, huh?
Oh, my goodness. No one really in that hole in the left side of the football. And they give it to Moreno Cropper out of that formation, and he's able to get across midfield. Oh, my goodness. What's this all about, Devin Gardner?
It's the same thing. 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you got a guy coming over 6. You just don't have enough. Cal Poly has to find a way to get the numbers correct. They don't have it in the screen game, and they certainly don't have it in that funky formation there.
Why would you use that formation in your first game of the season when you've already got a 14-0 lead? Playing against an FCS team?
Everything in football is the play off of the play, so don't worry. They have a bunch of stuff in that package, and they wanted to show it early to make sure. So when this season goes on, you line up in that again, that other play is going to come.
That's Corey Thomas, senior from Upland, California, who's being helped off the field. That was a gain of 28 yards for Moreno Cropper. And that's a classic example of just out-formationing the opponent. There was confusion defensively, and why wouldn't there be for Cal Poly? When's the last time you saw someone line up that way? But it results in the longest play of the game, 28 yards to Jalen Moreno Cropper.
1, 2, 3. It's only 2 over there to cover 3.
Another completion for Hainer. Wow. Eric Brooks with the catch. Another first down for Fresno State.
Boom, just a slant route across the defender's face. You have to stop him from getting across your face. And because it's a zone defense, you get the defender looking in the backfield so he doesn't even see the wide receiver attacking him and getting across his face. Easy completion for Hainer, and the chains are moved yet again.
6 different receivers have already caught a pass for Fresno State. This is an abundance of riches. These aren't just like young receivers. These are 5th-year seniors, 6th-year seniors, transfers coming in who have played for 4 years in the Pac-12. A lot of talented, experienced players. Now, just when I say that, there's some miscommunication there.
By 2 old
Hainer
guys.
And Moreno Cropper not on the same page.
I mean, that curse of the announcer just never fails. It never fails. But the miscommunication, you can see in Fresno State's offense, if you've seen them play before, you see that they do a very good job of completing the back shoulder throw. That time, Moreno thought he could beat him deep, and the quarterback said, no, I want to give you the back shoulder. And a lot of the receiver combinations for Fresno State, on the outside, they do things what they call go pull-ups, where the receiver reads it. If he thinks he can go by him, he runs. If he doesn't, he sticks his foot in the ground and returns right back down his stem. That time, just a miscommunication.
Handoff. Jordan Mims. Mims, a touchdown already in the first quarter. Gets another first down for Fresno State.
All the screens that have been thrown are going to make this man right here the read. He has to freeze, and now he's out of place to make the play. He still hasn't entered the screen to make the play on the runner. So when you throw these screens, as they go quickly fast with Remigio again.
And he is just short of the end line. Nico Remigio is down inside the 1.
I mean, as I'm saying, I mean, when you continue to throw these bubble screens, stretch the defense, now you get these linebackers outside trying to hurry up and get outside and stop the screens, and you forget that Jordan Mims is in the backfield, and he's a talented runner.
Final 45 seconds of our first quarter. It's been all Fresno State. Not a huge surprise. Fresno State last year a 10-win team, won a bowl game with a ton of offensive experience returning. Mims, second touchdown of the quarter. It's a 20-0 lead for Fresno State.
I mean, when you see this offense and the speed of it, you think, is it that Boise State offense? It just looks like it. Well, Kirby Moore is a product of the Boise State offense, the offensive coordinator for Fresno State. And this offense is flowing like a well-tuned, nice Rolex watch, if you will. Ooh, yeah, I've never been inside of one, but I know that those Rolex watches have to be nice.
6 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 6 seconds taken off the game clock. Montano 3 for 3 with his extra points, and it's a 21-0 lead. So all smiles for Fresno State. The return of Jeff Tedford has been a successful one. This is a guy who was Fresno State through and through, was a player for Coach Sweeney back in the day in the early 80s, was of course an assistant under Pat Hill, and came back to be the head coach for a couple of years. Had to step aside, wasn't feeling great, and now because the health returning, he's able to come back this year to a team that was expected to do good things because of the returning players.
Yeah, absolutely, and all their fans are extremely happy because, honestly, if you don't get Jeff Tedford, you lose Jake Haener. And if you lose Jake Haener, you lose Jalen Moreno-Cropper. You know what I mean? It's kind of a trickle-down effect with the transfer portal and all those different things. So the fact that they were able to get Jeff Tedford back in the building helped the team immensely, because if I'm Jalen Moreno-Cropper, I'm not coming back if I don't know who the quarterback's going to be. I'm going to go find someone to play for.
And because the timeline is so condensed, a lot of these players who have been here for a while were brought in, recruited and brought in and coached by Jeff Tedford.
Hey, he talks about he comes in, this guy's a grown man now. I remember when he was just a boy, and now he's a man. He has a beard.
Makes just a ton of sense. And another touchback, and since we have a little bit of time, let's take you back to the early 80s. This is what Jeff Tedford looked like when he was playing for Coach Sweeney, running the option.
Yeah, a little triple option action. Jeff Tedford running around, wheeling and dealing. How about that? You got to love when you get a chance to play for a coach that did it. You play for a coach that did it, and he has some of the same shared experiences, especially when you're a quarterback coach, right? You're a coach of quarterbacks, and your quarterback's a player. I mean, it's invaluable, the experiences that quarterbacks have that other people just cannot understand. He knows exactly what Jake Haener is going to feel when he's feeling good. He knows what he's going to feel when he's not playing well, when he needs to see a throw. And it's something that you cannot replace.
Cal Poly will take their second charge timeout of the half.
Cal Poly's going to call a timeout. This is a real teaching moment for Bo Baldwin. Their first 3 possessions haven't gone very far. They've got a grand total of 28 yards of offense. 3-play drive, and most recently a 4-play drive, but all 3 of those drives, Devin, ending in punts.
Yeah, and the last drive looked like it had some momentum, and then you get a quick drop from Woods in the slot. The thing is, all the plays that are there to be made, they have to be made. You have a young quarterback who hasn't had a bunch of reps, but he has some talent, right? He has some skills, so some of the things that he's going to miss are things he's going to be able to grow through, but he needs the plays that are available to be made by the rest of his teammates.
They bring a fullback into the game, Seth Robichatti. We've got Jones under center, which is rare. Coleman in motion, tight formation. He's trying to get something positive going with the power formation, and it works just like they wanted. Jacoby Harper, nice gain on first down, picks up 6 yards.
It's a good start to the drive on first down, picking up 6 yards. Now you're at second and medium. Now you can go big play action. You can give Jaden Jones a chance to put this ball in the air, or you can keep it on the ground.
Maybe the final play of our first quarter. In traffic, the pass is caught. That is the tight end, Josh Cuevas, with the catch, but there is a flag down. Big hit in the backfield.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough in the passer. That's a nice job of Jaden Jones to stand in there and make the throw to another one of those easy screen plays.
Personal foul, rough in the passer, defense, number 55. That 15-yard penalty is added to end the run. There'll be 1 untimed down. Woo. First down, Cal Poly.
Leonard Payne, 5th-year senior, should have known better.
Oh, no. He was sending the message. Right? You have this game in control, and he says,
you're sending messages.
I'm not going to be something that I get kicked out of the game for, but it's something that I'm going to send a message and let this young quarterback know he's not going to be able to just throw the ball over a place.
So the ball has been moved out to the 48-yard line. They'll have one more untimed play to end this quarter. We don't end the quarter on a defensive penalty. And look at this. Harper! Jacoby Harper inside the 25. Finally gang tackled. Evan Williams brings him down, but that's the most productive play of the first quarter for Cal Poly. 28 yards and maybe a little bit of momentum for the Mustangs.
How about an extra play to get into the second quarter for Cal Poly? They're rolling. How about the biggest play from scrimmage for Cal Poly thus far? You're going to have the right guard, Payson Camposano, lead, kick out, and then you got Josh Cuevas running up and leading through. That running back number 8, Jacoby Harper, is gone for a big gain, and the biggest gain of the day for Cal Poly. If they can find a way to get this running game going, it's going to really, really help Jaden Jones as he continues to get comfortable in his new role as a starting quarterback.
Clearly the deepest penetration of the game for Cal Poly. First down and 10. Jones calls his own number, and he gets across the 15, and I think he's going to get enough for the first down.
Very nice job of Jaden Jones getting through his reads. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go right. He's going to go to number 2, and he is out of there. This is the athletic ability that helped him win this job. Obviously, Spencer Brash a year ago has some ability in the passing game, but he's just not an explosive runner. But this young man right here, Jaden Jones, can really hurt the defense, does a great job protecting himself, getting down after getting a bunch, and they are deep into the Fresno State territory.
Actually didn't get the first down, which probably will benefit them. They're second down in inches. Almost like a free play here. Already down 21-0. You probably even think about 4-down territory. So this is just really do whatever you want. And did the play clock expire?
Delay game.
Oh my.
Offense, number 11, 5-yard penalty. Made second down.
So much for that free bonus play.
Yeah, you remember when I talked about it, sometimes the play gets in late. That one's going to be on Jaden Jones, right? He has to find a way to get this play going and get this play started. The one thing that when you're a first-time starter, you get into these situations, all the play clocks are in different places at each stadium. I remember we used to go in and find those play clocks, and sometimes you can forget. I would love to see Baldwin take control there and take that timeout because you're in position to get points on the board down 21.
Would have been the last timeout. Maybe that's the reason why Coach Baldwin didn't call it. And the catch is made, but absolutely stoned. Evan Burkhart got it, but he was crushed by Cam Lockridge. The transfer from Hawaii, he's supposed to be a big deal this year, and he showed you that he can lay the wood.
Well, contrary to the way that Cal Poly is playing defense, you got 3 over 2 from Fresno State, and you do not want to throw that ball out there. That ball needs to be handed off. And you said, did he save the timeout because they only have one? Well, you want to go to jail, you want to go home. You want points or you want to kick the field goal? You got to make sure you get in that end zone.
Third down and 5. Jones throws it up for grabs. And a flag. There was contact seemingly in the end zone, but also back in the backfield as well. It's been a busy first half for Christian Watson and his crew.
Offsides. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
I wonder if Jaden Jones knew that there was offsides, and that's why he continued to play and just threw it in the end zone.
You can see that he's kind of backpedaling, shuffling, and to try to get that ball up and just give it a chance. That's very, very good for a young player. Have some poise to know, hey, I've got a free play here. Let's give it a shot. What I would love to see is to keep that ball in play because now you're going to get a pass interference in the end zone. They didn't call it because the ball was well out of bounds.
So the infraction gives the first down to Cal Poly. So it's first down and 10. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line.
Jaden Jones is wiping his sweat. He said, no harm, no foul on that penalty that I took.
Harper in the backfield next to Jones. They fake it to him. They spit it out quick. Allen inside the 10 down to the 6. Bryson Allen, the junior receiver, picks up 8.
Very nice job by Jaden Jones. Very nice job. That's a run play with a pass attachment. Run play with a pass attachment. He sees that the corner is playing soft and inside, so he spits that hitch route out quickly and allows his receivers to do work.
By far, the best drive of this first half for Cal Poly.
Indubitably.
made it too. They put Coleman in motion. Straight up the gut. This is Harper. And it's going to depend on the spot. Real close to the line to gain. Yep, so it is a first down. First down and goal. Ball on the 4-yard line.
You talked about it a little earlier. I think, Eric, that this is 4-down territory because there's no signs of slowing down from that Fresno State offense. I get him on the edge and try to see if he can make a play with his arm or legs.
Little fade, and Allen can't hang on. Well thrown ball. Would it take a Herculean effort by Allen to keep it in bounds?
I love it. I love to give this big, tall receiver a chance, and he does a good job of getting on the defense back's toes and then tries to find a way. A lot of hand fighting, but it's equal both ways. I love the no call, and give your receiver a chance. Give him a chance to go up and make a spectacular catch.
Cam Lockridge in coverage. He was the one who had the big hit earlier on this drive. He's a junior eligibility-wise from Tampa, Florida. Formerly played at Hawaii. Man, has Florida's played at Hawaii, California. He's never played in Ann Arbor, probably. What does he know about winter? 9th play of the drive. And another whistle before the ball is snapped.
Delay game. Offense. Woo. Number 11. 5-yard penalty. Main second down.
That's the second time that's been called. Coach Bo Baldwin actually called a timeout to save him what would have been the third back in the first quarter.
I mean, he's just not comfortable with finding the clock. That's something that you don't usually see in high school, right? Most high schools don't have play clocks. You got to wait for the referee to raise his hand. That's going to be 10 seconds. Then he's going to count it off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here, you got to find the clock at this level, and he's just not comfortable doing it just yet. You remember the first 2 drives were both 3 and out, right? 3 plays. So he's had 6 plays as a starter. 6 plays. He hasn't gotten comfortable finding.
When do you want to break the huddle? Where on the shot on play clock do you want to break the huddle? Is there time?
You don't want to do it at 5 and 7, especially when you have motion involved.
Jones keeping the play alive. Did he? Yes. Touchdown. Cal Poly. Bryson Allen.
You're going to see he's going to get through his reads again. He's going to get back 1, 2, 3, and he's going to see an opening right here and get there as quickly as he can. But he's running to throw, not to run. He gets there, pump fakes, and then he puts that ball in the corner end zone safe where only his guy can get it. Very nice job. What you don't see on there is when he did that pump fake, that freed up his receiver, number 17, Bryson Allen. The DB went to go get it, make an interception, stop that play, and it leaves Allen in the corner of the end zone wide open.
Jaden Olson, extra point, center cut. Caps off a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Cal Poly, come alive on a Thursday night.
Welcome back, and the reason that we're here 7-21, 21 unanswered for Fresno State, and then Cal Poly comes back and puts together a really nice drive. And Coach Baldwin has to be excited because there were some penalties on that drive, and still they are able to put points on the board and finish the drive.
Now can they stop Fresno State? The Bulldogs have scored all 3 times they've touched the football. Nico Remigio. First time he's been contained. Ball to be spotted at the 20-yard line. All right, Devin, let's go back to the touchdown by Cal Poly. How'd they do it?
People are probably wondering why is he so open where they're one-on-one, and this play is stopped. He has his man right in his sights exactly where he wants him. He goes there, and then when they get to the end zone, that magic wand the quarterback has, he's going to try to go make a play there. And this is the reason he comes wide open. Number 17, Bryson Allen, is sitting in that end zone wide open, and it makes it super easy for the quarterback to drive a nice outside throw. There's the pump fake that moves the defender, and boom, there's a touchdown.
Let's see if that positivity by the Cal Poly offense translates to the Cal Poly defense. First down and 10. Hayner able to handle a low snap, got things kind of off kilter. Mims with the carry. There's a flag down.
Penalty marker on the field.
Holding. Offense, number 69. 10-yard penalty. Remains first down.
That's the left tackle, Jacob Spomer, making his first start at Fresno State. Played his way into the starting lineup as the left tackle with an excellent preseason camp. Both Jeff Tedford, the head coach, and Kirby Moore, the offensive coordinator, talking about him when we had conversations with both men earlier this week. So Spomer makes a mistake. It'll cost his team 10 yards. First down and 20. 4-receiver formation. Trying to get out in space, and the pass is complete. That's the first touch of the year. Jake Baust, junior from Sanger, California.
That's exactly what Jake Haener wants. You're going to get a curl here, but the ball is thrown at his feet. This is something you usually don't see from Jake Haener. He has this easy access route. Free access is exactly what you want, and the Cal Poly defense is way off, but he throws a little too low, and now it sets up a second down and 14.
Pickup of 6. That's another different receiver that Haener has completed a pass to. Only in the first quarter, he's already completed passes to 7 different men. Down! Sacked by Ethan Rodriguez. Ethan Rodriguez came in, and I don't even think he was touched.
Haener wants to throw to this side, but he sees they run up in cover 2, and the corner makes collision with the receiver, and so he doesn't know where to go. He thought he was going to have an easy access throw like he did on the previous play. He sees that it's covered, tries to go back, but he's too late. Nice job by that Cal Poly defense in that back end of showing something and then moving to something else, tricking the old quarterback.
First sack for either team, and it's by Ethan Rodriguez, the sophomore from Whittier, California.
Look for a screen or draw here. You got extremely soft coverage by Cal Poly defense.
Haener steps up the pocket. 3rd and 19. Dangerous play. Oh, it almost was picked off. Probably should have been picked off. Oh, my goodness. Xavier Oliphant had a chance to pick up that loose ball and put the ball for Cal Poly in the red zone.
Elijah Ponder has very good speed at only 6'3", 200 pounds. He gets to Haener quickly, and Haener almost made a deadly mistake and almost allowed Cal Poly right back in this game with great field position.
We always talk about veteran leaderships and experience. That's a 6-year quarterback who just did that. Man, if a freshman quarterback did that, it's like, uh-oh, out.
Yeah. If the freshman quarterback does that out. The thing is with the older guy, you know, you start to try things, right? You're feeling good, you're feeling comfortable. The last 2 drives have gone great, and he's like, I can try to make this play, and almost had a mistake.
First punt of the game for Fresno State. Cal Poly Mustangs, their defense picking up where their offense left off. They're starting to play a little bit. Back to Fresno in a moment. This one, college football, is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Student section sold out at Fresno State, and maybe they're starting to gnash their fingernails right now. A little bit nervous. Cal Poly, they scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, and now they've got their best starting field position of the day. First 4 drives started at the 25-yard line. Right now they're going to start on the Cal 38.
For Jaden Jones and Cal Poly, you're thinking, man, the worst is behind us. 3 and out, penalties galore, and we find a way in the end zone, and now we got good field position.
Jones calls his own number, gains 7 yards on first down. Every head coach in America will always take 7 yards on first down.
Without question, they're doing a very good job of getting the Fresno State defense to move laterally, and it's creating lanes for Jaden Jones to use his legs. Remember, we talked about it. That's one of the things that kind of set him apart in the competition for quarterback. He's a talented passer, but he's very good with his legs, and it's proving to pay dividends for Coach Baldwin.
From Oxnard, California. 6 minutes into our second quarter. Again, flushed. Jones. Ooh, interesting. I think he stepped out of bounds before he kind of served it up. It's going to bring up a 3rd down any way you slice it. In pressure was Malachi Langley and Devo Bridges.
As he continues to get more and more comfortable, he'll know, hey, just chuck that ball over into the stands and give a souvenir to a fan so that you don't lose the 1 or 2 yards that he did there.
You can't keep a football, can you?
I mean, I guess you technically can. You can do what you want, but, they're going to request to have it back.
It's not baseball. You get a foul ball, you keep it. You throw a football in the bottom.
Hey, we're going to need our football back.
Jones on 3rd down. Evades pressure. Keeps the play alive. Incomplete. Oh, that'd have been something. He was looking for Josh Cuevas, and the pass was just too far out of the reach.
They're going to try to get the receiver coming in here, but Fresno State does a great job of taking it away. Very nice job by Jaden Jones, not throwing it into the coverage, because I'm just telling you, every time they rep that play in practice, I'm pretty sure it was open and he made the throw. That time he pulls it back and tries to make a play and doesn't take a sack.
So Roth comes in to punt it away. He's had 3 punts so far in our first half. 40 yards, 61 yards, and 56. Been banging it. Play clock is down to 1. And our referee says
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Means 4th down.
So it's not just Jaden Jones.
That's the 3rd accepted delay of game here in the first half.
Yeah, how about this Michael Roth, though? The punter. But he's also a receiver.
Shades of Pat McAnally, if anyone remembers back in the 80s.
And by all accounts, he's quite the athlete, a 360 dunker as well.
Oh, I didn't hear all that.
Oh, yeah. He's got some skills.
Remigio comes up and catches that short punt. And we will have Jake Haener and Fresno State back on offense when we return. Welcome back, everyone. We've got 8:26 remaining in our first half. Fresno State, they scored touchdowns on their first 3 drives of the season. Jake Haener doing Jake Haener things so far through the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, the pace has slowed down just a smidge, but he's been very efficient to this point in the game. As you can see, 14-17, 192 yards, and a lot of those yards coming to the newcomer, at least here at Fresno State, Remigio.
Nico Remigio has a rushing touchdown. The other 2 touchdowns for Fresno State, Jordan Mims, both on the ground. That's why Haener doesn't have a touchdown toss today. Mims in the backfield next to Haener. Complete over the middle. That's going to be across the 50-yard line. Zane Pope, second catch for the 6th-year senior.
Yeah, you remember I said I love the nice concept, and they are going to it over and over again, and it's been very successful.
Mims to the 46. Short gain on 1st down.
Jordan Mims, the ball carrier.
Mims splitting time years past Ronnie Rivers, one of the really good ones in Fresno State Bulldog history. But it's his job right now. The only other carry for a Fresno State runner in the first half was the receiver, Remigio, getting an opportunity on a speed sweep. Haener, a little jump pass. It's complete. Marino Cropper dives close to the 1st down marker. He's going to be just short. It'll bring up 3rd down.
We haven't gotten a chance to say Moreno Cropper's name much, but that's a naked bootleg and a good job of finding a way to get him involved in this game. One of your most talented receivers, and last year just under 900 yards. Get him involved with a nice little easy leak out into the flat, and he does something with it to create a 3rd and 1.
Moreno Crawford now with 4 catches. He has now gone 24 consecutive games with at least 1 catch. And a flag.
Penalty flag on the play.
False start. Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty. Makes 3rd down.
Tyrone Sampson, senior from Detroit, making a mistake. Detroit kid making a mistake.
Oh, the East English Village on the east side of Detroit. Coach Oden, formerly Crockett High School, now Harper Woods.
Oh, I heard of Crockett. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Brandon Graham had some grace to play at Crockett.
Into the ball game for the first time, Elijah Gilliam. Gilliam was in the last play. It's now Jordan Mims back in the backfield by himself. But the previous play before it was thwarted was a Gilliam opportunity. Oh, good golly, again! Sack, that's the second sack of the game for Cal Poly. David Meyer brings down Hayner. I think he shot out of a cannon.
Here he is right here. He's going to fake and then come. Very nice job of fooling that offensive line. He's going to fake. I'm not coming. Psych! Yes, I am. Right off the butt of the guard and through Hayner's chest. How about the trickery?
Well run. That was well run by the sophomore Meyer, and it forces the punt team to come on. High snap. And the catch is made with the fair catch at the 9-yard line. Giancarlo Woods, punt of 44 yards, no return.
At the 8-yard line, that's where Cal Poly will start, 1st and 10.
This game has really slowed down. It looked like it was going to be all Fresno State. They had 3 impressive touchdown drives, back to back to back to begin the ball game, and it was a whole bunch of nothing, just goose eggs for Cal Poly. But now the offense for Cal Poly's gotten a little bit better. They scored a touchdown, and the defense has figured it out, stopping Fresno State the last 2 times they've had the ball.
They've done a good job of matching heads. We talked about it. They just didn't have the numbers on a lot of those screen plays. They've done a good job of matching heads, and now they're playing with hot grease.
Jacoby Harper, that fooled no one.
Jacoby Harper, the ball carrier.
Loss of a yard.
Jaden Jones is going to get in the field room and say, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I didn't pull that. The defensive end crashed immediately, and he had a lane up the hash.
2nd down and 11. Again, blitz is on, and Cal Poly trumps him. This is Chris Coleman, and Coleman, the former Fresno State Bulldog, the biggest play of the game for either side. Chris Coleman, that's got to feel good.
Nothing special here, just a hitch route. Chris Coleman, boom, stops there, and now the rest is all him up the sideline. When I talked to him earlier this week, he said, I worked on a lot of different things. I worked on my mental game, but I worked on top of the route, getting off the ball and creating separation. He does a great job of creating separation there, and another explosive play for Cal Poly.
57 yards for the grad student. Voted one of the captains this year. I love that dead leg along the sideline, too. Almost tripped himself up. Jones directing traffic, and he gets down to the 33.
Jaden Jones, the ball carrier.
Nice job, Jaden Jones, getting the ball out quickly on that previous play. And the rest of this is Coleman, just up the sideline, and like you said, a little dead leg, and finds a way to get just a little bit more.
I thought he blew out his knee, but that was just a fantastic, hyper-athletic move by Coleman.
Yeah, he said he was excited getting a chance to play against his own team. He said he knows these DBs like nobody else, and he had some very good battles in practice that he won most of.
Jones again. This is a design quarterback run, and he is going to get down to the 23-yard line.
I just love what Baldwin is doing with his offense, giving Jaden Jones options. You're going to get that motion that comes around the back. He can throw it or he can keep it, but when he keeps it, he's not alone. He's got guys coming around to lead block for him. Very nice design on that play.
Cal Poly would love to bleed a little bit of clock.
Oh, no, you don't want to take this momentum away. You're playing way too good.
It seems like you'd like to score, but maybe not have a ton of time left on the clock when Fresno State gets it back.
Oh, no, don't slow him down.
All right.
Don't slow him down.
Yes! They're not slowing down for anyone. Incomplete, though. Woods couldn't get a foot down. That would have been 1st down inside the 5, but Woods was out of bounds.
I mean, that's a nice throw by Jaden Jones, giving this nice 6'4" wide receiver a chance. You got to come down with your feet in bounds.
Oh,
got to come down with your feet in bounds there. But like I said, you do not want to slow down this momentum. Jaden Jones is feeling good about himself. The receivers are making plays as a result of Jaden Jones feeling good about himself. You got to continue this momentum and continue to try to get in this end zone. They don't have the luxury of taking time up and then trying to get in the end zone.
2nd down and 10, maybe a face mask. Yep, there comes that flag. Jones was grabbed right around the helmet, and that helped Malachi Langley make the tackle.
Penalty flag on the play.
The legs of Jaden Jones. They are proving to be the difference in this game as he continues to get as comfortable as he can in the passing game. His legs are really saving him, and he's making a ton of plays. And Coach Baldwin is doing a great job of playing off of that.
There is no foul for face mask. Third down. Cal Poly.
It looked like he grabbed the bottom of his helmet maybe, and that technically is not a penalty if you don't grab the face mask. Oh, he grabbed the face mask. What are we doing? That's a face mask grab if I've ever seen one, and they pick up the flag, and the referee's sitting right there. I mean, the referee has perfect vision on the play. Oh, that's a face mask.
They call it on, they didn't call it, but it was Matt Lawson who had the hand up by the headgear, and now a flag is down. Multiple flags.
Offense, number 57, 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Ava Leota, freshman tackle, called for the infraction. So instead of 3rd and 2, it's 3rd and 7. A couple of things have not gone Bo Baldwin's way in the last minute. Clock is ticked below 3 minutes.
13 seconds. They got to get out of the huddle. You cannot take a penalty here. Play clock is dwindling down to 4.
Low snap, Jones, hot read. They're going to have a first down. How about that? With the guts of a cat burglar, he gets it out to Logan Boer, who has just enough for the first down. They needed 8, he got 9.
Nice throw by Jaden Jones, and how about the poise of Brewer, knowing what he needs to get. That's football awareness. Gets the catch, and he doesn't have the first down initially. He starts to get tackled, and then he reaches over and gets the first down. You're going to see he's just going to go on a slant route there. He's going to catch it, but he doesn't have the first down. He drags by and reaches just by the hair on his chinny chin. Fresh set of downs.
All right, you think I'm nuts, but they're burning clock here. After this play, if it's a run play, nope, it's going to be pass play. Jones. Ooh, that incompletion will stop the clock at 2:09 remaining in our first half.
How about this young Jaden Jones not being a repeat offender? Remember, we saw this same type of play where he gets on the edge and then he takes a sack by running out of bounds 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This time, he stretches the play, throws it away, and saves time and yardage.
It has been just a total change here in the second quarter from what we saw in the first quarter.
I mean, it looks like Mr. Momentum has changed his address.
Ninth play of the drive for Cal Poly. To run play. Harper. Nothing there. But what it will do is the play clock, or the game clock, will wind down. Unless Fresno State wants to stop it. Yep, we've got a timeout. Fresno State, they want to keep some time on the clock. What about this big play? Chris Coleman! I love the dead leg. Back in a moment.
Coming up on the State Farm Halftime, Penn State faces a tough road test at Purdue to open their season. The backyard brawl is back, and 12th-ranked Oklahoma State gets a 6-touchdown performance from its quarterback Spencer Sanders. That and more at the half. Right now, Eric and Devin, back to you.
Nobody does it better. Mike Hill. Man, good to see him back doing his thing. We have a couple minutes remaining. 1:56 here in our first half. Surprisingly good performance by Cal Poly, coming out of FCS and hanging with the Mountain West Fresno State Bulldogs. Adam Garwood comes out of the backfield. Not much there at all. It's going to bring up 4th down. So after the timeout by Fresno State, they're stout defensively and force Cal Poly into a 4th down, and they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, and on this play, Jaden Jones' legs have to be a part of it. In some way, shape, or form, they're in an empty formation, 2 down to the bottom. You have to use your legs to try to pick up some of this first down.
They don't need a touchdown. All they need is 5. Jones lofts it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. No flags, looking for Chris Coleman. It was Cam Lockridge who gave up the touchdown early in the quarter. He's able to make the play this time.
I just don't love the slot fade to the bottom of your screen because you don't get a lot of the principles that for the reason you run the slot fade. You run the slot fade because when you come in from the slot, you have a lot of space to throw your receiver away from the cornerback. There, it's essentially just a regular fade, and you take away Jaden Jones's legs, which this Fresno State defense is on the sideline. So thank goodness they just dropped him back and threw a fade route rather than putting him on the move.
11 plays, 84 yards, no points. Fresno State will start inside their 10. Ball's at the 7-yard line. You got a senior quarterback in Haener. Clearly a lot of trust with him. Josh Kelly has the first down. Out across the 20. Clock will stop temporarily as they move the sticks. Gain of 13. Fresno State used a timeout a moment ago on defense. They've got 2 remaining. Getting out of bounds after making the catch, the tight end Raymond Powell. This clearly is good practice for Jeff Tedford and his offense, getting an understanding of what they can do in a 2-minute drill.
Definitely, when you get in a 2-minute situation, the defense is extremely vanilla, right? And what I mean by that, it's plain. You got a senior quarterback who's going to see it and be able to get this ball out quickly. You're going to have to try to mix things up if you're Cal Poly. Show him a little bit of rolled up coverage so he can't just spit this ball out quickly.
Second down at 4. 4-man rush. And wow, that's wonderful defense. Tommy Griffin came in from his safety spot to take the legs out from Jordan Mims.
I mean, that was a very good job. They rolled the corner up and took away that easy throw. Now you force the quarterback to try to make a smart decision.
3rd down and 1. They get the first down. Had to use up a little bit of clock because of the nice defensive play by Griffin a moment ago. But there's still 69 ticks remaining for Fresno State here in our first half. Clock moving. Dart caught. This is Remigio. Nico Remigio. 13 more yards.
Nice job by Haener reading the overhang defender. You got almost a 2-man game out there, and the person that's open gets the ball. Very nice job by Haener reading the defense.
Fresno State, they've got 2 timeouts. Almost intercepted. Almost picked off. That was Tommy Griffin again. Made the big hit a moment ago. This time was dreaming big dreams.
Yeah, the backside safety, Haener never sees him. He comes across the screen right there. Oh, his own teammate. Friendly fire. That could have been a huge play for Cal Poly. Now he understands how those receivers feel when he hits them on a catch. Soft coverage to the top.
Haener. He's brought down. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 32 seconds remaining in our half. And a timeout by Fresno State as their drive, which once was promising, is now hanging by a thread.
And what Cal Poly was able to do is mix up the coverage. They didn't keep it so plain, and now Haener has to find a way to get through quickly, and he's just not able to do it on his last 2 plays.
Sack is credited to Michael Otterstedt, redshirt freshman, stopping Haener.
Very good job of the entire defensive line collapsing the pocket and continuing to fight. They've been relentless, especially after those first 3 drives. They've been relentless getting after Haener and putting a lot of pressure on him, and the back end has done their job.
3rd down and 11. Fresno State, they've got 1 timeout remaining. They were super explosive. First 3 times they had the football. Touchdowns on all 3 drives. They've been scoreless here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, you got to mention though, when you start a game, it's called the first 15, or sometimes people use the first 10. Those scripted plays. So when you see an offense super smooth in the beginning, that's because they've been practicing those plays. Everybody knows what's coming in. There are no surprises, and so now you're calling the game off the top of the head, and everybody's in question on what the next play is going to be.
3rd down and 11. Bad snap Hayner making the best of a bad situation, has a first down. Eric Brooks. They needed 11, and they got well more than that. It's going to be almost field goal range right now. It's an 18-yard gain. The ball's at the 36. Game clock down below 20 seconds. Hayner runs out of bounds.
Going to get an out route here. I mean, everything is just too soft. Everything is too soft. The Cal Poly defensive back end, they rolled up a few times, but they go back into that soft defense. And when you do that, Hayner is going to be able to pick you apart.
17 seconds remaining in our first half. This will be the 10th play of the drive. 2nd down and 3. Fresno State, they've got a wonderful kicker in Abraham Montano. Hayner can't take a sack. Gets it out to Mims. And Mims is down at the 21 with 8 seconds remaining.
How about the poise by Mims and knowing the situation to get down, to save some time, and maybe you can even get a shot to the end zone. They look like they may try to kick a field goal here, but nice job of him not running around, knowing you're not going to get in the end zone or be able to get out of bounds. He gets down quickly, and it saves so much time.
Coming up, we've got the State Farm halftime show. We've got Mike Hill, Bruce Feldman. We have 5 seconds remaining, and it's going to be just enough time for Abraham Montano to come on and attempt a 40-yard field goal. And Cal Poly calls the timeout.
A little icing of the kicker. Why not? Week 1, college football. You got one timeout. Can't take it with you. It doesn't roll over. It's not rollover minutes. Ice this young man and have him think about this 40-yarder just a bit more.
Montano is a sophomore. Talked to Jeff Tedford yesterday and said legs no problem. This guy can boot it.
Yeah, 102 at kickoff, 102 degrees. They could use some ice. You like that?
Yes.
You like that?
It works.
Very good.
Well, this is a big kick, Fresno State. After leading 21-0 in the first quarter, to put a goose egg on the board in the second quarter, that'd make relatively tense halftime.
Yeah, Cal Poly going to the locker room with a renewed confidence in what they can do here in the second half.
No wind to speak of. This is all on the toe of Montano. And no, wide right. That is the way our first half ends, and there's a reason why Bo Baldwin is pumping that fist. His team, they played better than Fresno State in the second quarter, and they prove it. They outscore, Cal Poly does, Fresno State 7-0 in the second quarter, and we got a ball game. We've made it to halftime in Fresno. Now let's send it to LA for the State Farm halftime report with Mike Hill and Bruce Feldman. Fun start to our September. We've got the opener for both Cal Poly and Fresno State, and we've got a good one through 30 minutes. It's a 21-7 lead Fresno State over the Mustangs of Cal Poly. With Devin Gardner, I am Eric Collins. And man, that first quarter, we really thought that Fresno State was going to run away and hide. They led 21-0, but then everything just changed, and Cal Poly's made a game of it.
Yeah, once they got outside that first 15 plays, it really started to slow down. And Jaden Jones on the other side, the other quarterback, he started to really feel comfortable and make some plays with his legs and with his arm.
Yeah, Fresno State, though, that first quarter, they were really good.
Efficient is a word that you can use for that offense, and it was a lot of Remigio making a lot of plays. I mean, nobody even saw this coming, right? He comes into this Fresno State offense that's loaded with weapons. As you can see, Jaden Jones putting that ball perfectly where only his guy can get it. But coming into today, you didn't know that Hayner was going to have a fourth or a third weapon out there to throw the ball to. And how about that Cal Poly defense that stood tall and gave their team a chance? Those quarters are vastly different. And I can just tell you, if you told someone coming in this game that Cal Poly would outscore Fresno State in the second quarter, they look at you and laugh, just kind of like how they would have laughed at you if you said that Jaden Jones was going to start this game.
Take a look at our team comparison sponsored by Credible.com. That first quarter, 237 yards of total offense for Fresno State and only 90 in the second quarter when Cal Poly had more total yards than Fresno State. So we've got ourselves a ball game. Fresno State, they won the toss beginning of the game, but they said, you know what, we want to defer until the second half, and now they can cash in on it. They're rested. They've come back out of the locker room, and now potentially good starting field position. This is Remigio out to the 23-yard line. Fresno State, their first half possessions looking like this.
Boom, 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 touchdown. Boom, 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 touchdown. Boom, 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 touchdown. And then you go punt, and a missed field goal. If you're Coach Baldwin and his group, his staff, his players, there's no consolation prizes, but you have to be excited by the way you were able to finish that first half, and you have to come in here with a lot of poise and a lot of momentum and see if you can continue a lot of that success you had.
Fresno State, they were sacked 3 times in that first half. So good pressure from the FCS program. Cal Poly getting to Hayner. Little pop pass. That is Jalen Moreno Cropper. And he's got the first down and then some. Off to a good start. And this is senior season. Gains 13 yards on first down. 6 catches, 75 yards for Moreno Cropper.
His impact was not that great in the beginning of the game, and they see that, you can see they're trying to get him involved quickly.
This is the tight end, Jake Bost. That's the second catch for him. We've seen 3 tight ends. We've seen Trey Watson, Raymond Powells, but the only one to make a catch is Boust, who now has 2 grabs.
Fresno State had a bunch of success with these quick screens in the first quarter, and you can see they're trying to get back to it and try to outflank the defense immediately. When you can outflank the defense immediately, you can get movement on that run after catch, and it makes it super easy for Hayner.
Malik Sherrod in the backfield, replacing Mims. He's next to Hayner. Out in space, Eric Brooks makes the first man miss, and he's got a first down.
So there, you can see it's still 3 over 2, but the one thing that's different there, you defeat the block quickly and you give yourself a chance. Obviously, still picks up a good game and sets up a short 3rd and 1, but at least the Cal Poly defense is doing a good job of getting off those blocks. They still have to find a way to match heads and find a way to make sure you take that easy throw away and force Hayner to drive the ball down the field.
So it's 3rd down and 1. They didn't get the spot for Fresno State. Remigio is the deep man in the backfield behind Elijah Gilliam. They give it to Gilliam. First man through, and he's got the first down. Creative offensive play call for Fresno State on 3rd down and 1.
First and 10 for Fresno State.
Threat of Remigio on that outside, pulling linebackers out of the middle so you get that fullback underneath for the first down.
Gilliam tries the right side.
Elijah Gilliam, the ball
Cal Poly's defense,
brought down by Dustin Green.
nothing to sneer at since that first quarter. They've done a good job of slowing down Fresno State.
Without question.
Jordan Mims has come back in for Fresno State. So we've seen 3 different tailbacks on this drive for Fresno State.
2nd and 7.
Mims 9 carries, 43 yards, and a couple of touchdowns on the ground. Mims brought down in space. Nice open field tackle made. Elijah Ponder, sophomore defensive end, known for sacking the quarterback. Had 8 of them last year. That's a good open field tackle by Ponder.
I love the adjustment for Cal Poly. As you can see, Ponder, who's a defensive end, coming, had 8 sacks the season ago, coming on that outside and making a play on a very talented runner in Mims. But I love the adjustment from Cal Poly. They start off soft. Remember, you had a bunch of easy throws from Hayner. They start off soft, but they're slow to go. And when I say that, I mean that the DBs aren't just flying out of it. They're waiting to see what happens and then starting to get back into their deep zones.
3rd down and 12. Incomplete. That was thrown into traffic. There were more Mustangs than Bulldogs in the vicinity, and the punt team will have to come on. This has become a thing now for Fresno State. This will be their 4th consecutive possession without points.
Coach Bowen has to be excited to see what was able to happen there on that last drive. The adjustment, slow to go, slow to go. We're going to show it to you a little later, but very good job by Cal Poly's defensive back. Not giving those easy throws, taking them away, and you can see Fresno State's going to have to go to the sideline and find out what they can do off of that.
Giancarlo Woods just stays away from that bouncing punt, and it will be Mustang football when we come back. How about the defense for Cal Poly? This is a team that won just 2 out of 11 games a year ago, but they're up to a strong start this year. Saturday on Fox, it's a new regime in Sooner Country. Brent Venables and star receiver Marvin Mims leading the 9th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners as they host UTEP. The action starts 3:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
New quarterback, new coach, a new regime for Oklahoma.
Nothing's normal in Norman.
So good.
Cal Poly's got the football for the first time here in our 3rd quarter. Jacoby Harper actually ran into a receiver, Giancarlo Woods, who was trying to get in front of him and give a block.
Giancarlo Woods just not accustomed to being that guy that comes across and makes blocks as a wide receiver. The timing is completely off, and that's 100% on him. This is what you can't have. You can't have wasted downs. That's a wasted play where you not only waste the play, you don't get yards, you lose 2 yards.
Jaden Jones, redshirt freshman from Oxnard, California, had his moments in the first half. Missed his man. He was trying to lead Josh Cuevas, and the pass was too strong. There's a flag down on the field.
I think they may get a pass interference. I think the DB tried to hold him up a bit because it's kind of a trick type of play where you fake that bubble screen and try to sneak the blockers down the field. Let's see what the referee says.
Eligible player downfield. Offense number 2. The player is covered up at the snap. Fresno State has declined the penalty. Pass is incomplete. 3rd down.
So it's Giancarlo Woods.
That's 2 mistakes by him on the first play. The timing of him coming across and making a block, and then just misalignment. Those are things that you cannot do if you're a Cal Poly team that's already a little outmatched by Fresno State, and you're starting to get into a groove. Your defense is playing good. You can't continue to waste opportunities. We saw a bunch of those early in the first half.
Lined against the 22. Here comes the blitz. And Jones goes down. Jones goes down. Gabriel Lightfoot, the true freshman, gets himself a sack. Evan Williams is the man down. Hopefully just a cramp. It is a hot and steamy evening in Fresno. Hopefully just a cramp for Evan Williams. Take a look at the sack.
Gabriel Lightfoot right there in the middle of your screen, going to get to the quarterback. And how about the quarterback being able to hold on to the football? I mean, this is a tough thing to do. When you scrape at that football and you hold on, you got to have some strong hands. And we're going to show you a clip about how strong this young quarterback is. But that's a very nice job. And that was the safety, actually, Evan Williams, that came in and scraped across the ball.
What do you give that sack to? Lavelle Bailey, who grabbed him around the ankles, or Lightfoot, who brought him down? How about a half? Half reach?
Good thing I'm not the person making the decision.
Official score. It's got a decision to be made.
Yeah, maybe Lightfoot bought that guy some popcorn, or said excuse me, or held the door for him even.
We've got a flag before the punt from Carson, from Michael Roth.
False start. Offense number 8. Half the distance to the goal. Mays 4th down.
I mean, this is much of the same that we saw early in the game. We thought some of this went away, but these penalties that are unforced errors. In baseball, they call it error. You got to make the play, or you miss the ball just by a little bit. Here, you're just kicking yourself in the butt, taking away opportunities, and now you got your punter who's on the edge of the back line, and this could easily turn into a safety.
Roth has averaged 47 punts on his first 4 attempts with a long of 61. Gets it out of there. Not a great kick. Remigio dances to the 35, to the 34. Man, he's hard to get a hold of, isn't he? Excellent starting field position for Fresno State. They haven't scored since the first quarter. Can they change things around? FS1 College Football is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Student section is jam-packed. You need a shoehorn just to get in there. Valley Children's Stadium, Fresno, California. And Fresno State's offense needs to get in gear. They are totally different, Devin Gardner, from what we saw back in that first quarter.
Yeah, they are, but I'm still spending time with the shoehorn to get in there. That's good. That's good stuff. It has to be acknowledged. It has to be acknowledged. But Fresno State has slowed down quite a bit. Let's see if they can recapture some more of that magic.
Great starting field position. It's starting the 34. This is Remigio. Nico Remigio inside the 25. First game with Fresno State. Remigio has been an eyeful. Picks up 9 yards. He now has 7 catches on the day. He's closing in on 100 yards. He's got a rushing touchdown as well. This is Mims. Hard. Right up the gut. And he's got a first down. Pickup of 6.
Fresno State has had a lot of success when they go fast, especially that third touchdown drive they had. And it looks like they're trying to recapture some of that injury and get everybody going. I wouldn't be surprised if Haener doesn't take a shot down the field at some point here.
Magical number for Haener. He has crossed over the 300-yard threshold. He's now at 306. Interesting, he does not have a touchdown pass. All 3 touchdowns for Fresno State coming on the ground. Mims behind Haener.
There's a shot.
Mims out of the backfield. Beautiful play call and execution. It's a touchdown. Fresno State. Gorgeous play. It's the first touchdown pass of Jake Haener's senior season.
Very good job. You're going to get a play action pass, freeze it there, and then a throwback screen. Nice job by Mims. And the person that's tasked with covering Mims, well, he's chasing the quarterback because he thinks he's got a sack. Drops his man. Touchdown, Fresno State. They did a great job of dividing that play, getting in the huddle, figuring out what they want to do. And they finally get in the end zone here early in the second half.
Montano, the extra point. It's the first score for Fresno State since the first quarter. It's a long time coming, but if you're a Bulldog fan, it was worth the wait. Well, finally something to bang the drum about for Fresno State. Their first touchdown since the first quarter, and it was a really beautiful play call. Design and execution.
Oh, yeah, it was perfect. And they got that short field. Very good job by their defense, pinning Cal Poly back and having them have to punt out of the shadow of their own end zone. And we're going to take a look at that play. Like you said, it was very well designed here after the kick.
Fresno State didn't score in the second quarter. They didn't score their first drive of the third quarter, but they figured it out. And they now lead by 21 for the second time today. Another touchback, ball to be taken to the 25 for Cal Poly.
Cal Poly's trying to make a blitz, and they have one-on-one between Jordan Mims and Michael Otterstedt. The thing is, he's blitzing, right? So he's going to have to peel off and go with the back, but he doesn't do it, right? He smells blood in the water, and he wants to get to the quarterback. Oh, there he goes. Mims out the back door for the touchdown, and there's nobody in front of him. Very well-designed play. It's always so tough when you go play action because these rushers, they see the quarterback and they try to get after him, but they forget, oh, my responsibility. He just faked to him, but he can still throw to him.
Cal Poly looking to answer. Had to give it up last time they had the football in the third quarter. Freshman Jones passes too high, looking for Cuevas. What do you think about the accuracy and the ball that's been thrown by Jaden Jones so far today?
I mean, he's done a good job, but they were trying to set up a screen there, and the timing was just a little bit off. The offensive linemen weren't quite there in position to make the blocks. The tight end was just not quite in the position. I think he was a bit downfield, so it would have been a penalty as well.
Adam Garwood in the backfield next to Jones. Jones did a good job getting that low snap and getting it into Garwood's belly somehow.
The one thing they've gotten away from is allowing Jaden Jones to use his legs, right? That's what kept you in this game. This is what made you start to get a little bit of momentum, and we just haven't seen him be able to use his legs since the end of the second quarter.
Jones leaves the pocket, has the first down. Devin, you see things. You're a visionary.
I mean, how about the announcer's curse working in the favor of someone out there? And the benefactor is Jaden Jones. Does a great job. He's done it all day. Dropping back, getting through his reads. He goes right, then he goes middle, then he goes left, and now he's out. And this guy can make plays. They have to continue to give him the opportunity in some design situation to use his legs and pick up yardage for Cal Poly.
Out of the backfield, Garwood. The pass was high and sniffed out, and so it's a nominal gain. Lavelle Bailey pushes him out of bounds. Bailey's had a nice day. We've talked about him quite a bit. Senior leader from Sacramento.
David Perales almost had an interception for a touchdown in the defensive end position. Those big hands went up in the air. Very nice job by Jaden Jones just to navigate that throw right over his fingertips.
5 receivers in the game. Jones, plenty of time to survey the field, calls his own number, and a head first dive. All right.
Are we completely sure that Jaden Jones doesn't have a mic in his headset listening to me? I don't know, because as soon as I said it, now he's moving all around, get back to the way he was playing earlier in the first half.
Little quick hitter, maybe trying to catch Fresno State unawares. Fresno State actually was slow to substitute. And I think Jones is trying to get a quick snap and maybe get too many men on the field for Fresno State. It didn't work. They do get 4 yards on first down.
They were also successful running the ball in that first half, and it was in situations such as this when they're starting to move the ball, and then you hit them with a quick hitter with the running back up the gut.
Jones slings it. That was almost like a sidearm pass, trying to get it to Woods. And Lil-J Early was on the coverage. Did a good job to break it up. Look at the different arm angles. See that by Jones? That was impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And Woods, yet again, he runs a kind of a crossing pattern, but he's leaking up the field, trying to leave without the ball, and he creates no space between him and the defender. And so now he creates a bang-bang combat catch rather than being able to catch that ball and protect himself.
3rd down and 6. Line to gains the 40. This will be the 9th play of the drive. Uh-oh. Jones sensed pressure, just got it out, but it was nowhere close to Woods. It's now 4th down. And the offense is going to stay on the field. Bo Baldwin. This is the 2nd time today they've gone for it on 4th down.
You got one-on-ones all across the field, and Fresno is going to bring pressure. This ball has to come out.
5-man rush. It is caught on the ricochet. Giancarlo Woods saves the day. It's a first down for Cal Poly.
This ball bounces off the helmet. He puts his head down, but Giancarlo is right there to make the play. He had some blunders earlier in the day, even some on this drive, but he finds a way to make a play for his team, and the gamble on 4th down pays off.
Pickup of 13 yards on 4th and 6. Jones getting greedy. Incomplete. Logan Boer, the intended target.
How about the awareness of Woods to find the ball? But this is the previous play. The ball just a bit outside, trying to make a play. Man, it just seems like they're always so close. So close.
2nd down and 10. 6:12 remaining third quarter. That is Michael Roth, who has spent the majority of his ball game as the punter. Roth gets a catch, tackled by Elijah Gates immediately. It'll bring up third down. Well, with the way that Bo Baldwin's managing this game, this is more than likely 4-down territory. No desire to kick field goals against Fresno State. 12th play of the drive. Open man, wide open man, it's Cuevas. And this time he hangs on. Another first down for the Mustangs.
Gotta love it. You're gonna fake the block here and then gone. Very nice job, well-designed play. Get the pump fake to the quick screen. They've seen this quick screen, the Fresno State defense, over and over again. Fake it there and then drive that ball in the hole up the sideline. Very nice job. I mean, Coach Baldwin is doing a very good job of putting Jaden Jones in comfortable positions that are conducive to success for the entire offense, and it starts with his legs.
We got a man down right now for Cal Poly. I don't have a definitive number, so I'm not going to guess. This is our first real stoppage that we've had because of an injury today, which is always something great when you're in the middle of the third quarter. At 71, it is Charles Lincoln. He is the junior left tackle, voted to be one of the captains this year. Big part of what Cal Poly is trying to do. And obviously he's had a nice ball game when you think about the fact that Fresno State has just 3 sacks in the ball game for only 17 yards lost. So the Cal Poly offensive line has done a good job against this FBS defense in Fresno State.
Yeah, and that's what you need when you have a first-time starter at quarterback who hasn't started the game since his junior year of high school. I mean, he needs protection and the ability for him to move around, and he's shown very good pocket poise. He's gotten through his reads. I'm talking about full field reads, held onto the ball strong, made some plays with his legs. He's doing a masterful job of keeping Cal Poly in this game.
Devin, as a quarterback at Michigan, when your left tackle had to leave the ball game, you immediately notice that, like you understand, oh man, this is a big deal in my life as a quarterback, right?
Well, at some points in my life, I had Taylor Lewan, who's a first rounder at my left tackle.
Show up.
But on the other side, Michael Schofield, who's still a pro in the NFL right now, would just move over to the left. So I felt pretty comfortable even when Taylor Lewan would go out. And Taylor Lewan usually would come back quickly. He was a bit of a drama queen. Yeah. You know, those left tackles are basically receivers at this point.
First down and 10. Man in motion, Chris Coleman. Handoff, Jacoby Harper, nowhere to go.
Jacoby Harper, the ball carrier.
Harper listed at 5'7", 185, just got swallowed up by Leonard Payne, who outweighs him by 130 pounds. No gain. We've gone under the 5-minute mark of our third quarter. This is the 14th play of the drive. Good God. Jones. Oh, man. He was looking for Bryson Allen, who caught the touchdown back in the second quarter. And that was a Nolan Ryan fastball from about 5 feet away.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you wanted. He started his eyes left, and then he sees the shallow cross coming around. And I don't know, because it didn't look like it in real time. It looked like it had a bunch of steam, but that looks like a catchable ball. And we got a guy trying to make a play with one hand and get on YouTube rather than making a play for his team.
Third down and 10. Harper in the backfield with Jones. Delayed handoff to Harper. I like it. Jacoby's down to the 5. Oh, they didn't quite get there. It's going to bring a 4th down and 3. You've already gone for it once on 4th down in this drive. Do you do it again?
Remember, they were down here in this same situation earlier in the game in the first half, and they did not use the legs of Jaden Jones. Use the legs of Jaden Jones. There's no option here. You make sure you put him on the move and give him the option of running or throwing rather than just keeping him in the pocket.
Harper had it bobble out of his hands, and it was knocked out by Elijah Gates. Once that wasn't a clean catch, Elijah Gates ensured that it wasn't going to be a catch. So a nice, impressive drive. 16 plays, 70 yards, but no points for Cal Poly.
There's been a plethora of opportunities that have been missed by Cal Poly. Here, you're just inches outside the end zone. That could be a touchdown. Then you're on 4th down. You were in position to get points on the board. You don't get them. And then on the next drive, you get an opportunity for interception. You don't convert. You would have been on the 15-yard line, and then another one. I mean, and then a last 4th down where you don't put your quarterback on the move, don't give him an opportunity with answers, and it's dropped, and now you turn the ball over again. I mean, this score is 7-28, and it looks like, oh, well, Cal Poly must be out of it. Absolutely not. They are right on the brink of being in this game even more than they already are.
Ball starts on the 4-yard line for Fresno State. They give it to Jordan Mims, 6th-year senior, and we've got a flag down. Mims only got a yard.
Offense, number 51. Half the distance to the goal. Remains first down.
Mose Vavao. I don't know. Do you?
I would have not accepted that penalty.
Only gain of 1.
You don't gain much, and you had a nice stop. It would be 2nd down and almost the same amount of yardage.
Ethan Rodriguez, who had a sack in the first half. He's the man down for Cal Poly. It is exceedingly hot in Fresno. We began today 102 degrees. It's now down to 90.
And when you get the trainer coming out in that pull the toes, push the toes, kind of stretch it out position, it's usually a cramp, and it's a testament to how hot it actually is down there on the field.
All right, Devin, when you were playing, way back when, what were some of the things that you guys could do to counteract the possibility of cramps in hot weather games?
Well, they used to have, we played in Michigan, so it wasn't always that hot. But they had but USC now, so those guys have to deal with it. They had the electrolytes, the super salty Gatorade, and you would drink that, and we would have pickles the night before. You eat a bunch of pickles the night before. That's a lot of the different remedies you can do. Pickle juice obviously keeps the cramp away. So there are the Gatorade buckets. I'm just telling you, one of those buckets has the salty stuff in it.
So Rodriguez is out of the ball game. We play on. 2nd down. And the run. Look at this powerful running by Jordan Mims. And Mims bangs across the 15 to the 19-yard line. Dustin Grind with the tackle, but not before a gain of 14.
Guard and tackle do a great job of clearing that hole and allowing Mims to get to the 2nd level. And if you let a guy like Mims get to the 2nd level without being touched, he's going to pick up huge chunks of yardage every time.
Mims has gotten the bulk of the carries with no Ronnie Rivers, who has moved on. It is Mims' job. It's a nice talent. He's got a chance to have a nice year this year. Jalen Moreno Cropper with that catch. Let's talk a little bit about Jay Kaner. He's gone over 300 yards once again. It's becoming kind of a thing. His 13th 300-yard game ties for 2nd all-time in school history with someone you've heard of before.
Who do you think is first?
Well, David Carr is tied for 2nd, so I'm assuming Derek would be the other one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Those two guys own all the records here at Fresno State.
Caught. Another catch. Zane Pope.
Jay Kaner's pass complete to number 2.
Nice job of Zane Pope. He's going to run the comeback route, but you got to wait to the top. He's going to give his eyes back to the quarterback and then sit it down. Very nice job right out to the outside, and a perfect throw on the outside shoulder.
I think an interesting story with Fresno State is their offensive coordinator. You got Kirby Moore, first year as a full-time offensive coordinator anywhere. He, of course, just a decade ago was an elite receiver at Boise State. And Boise State over the years has always had wide receivers do specific things. There's certain routes that guys run exclusively, and they do it in games because that's the route they run. But they've always had like 6 or 7 different guys at Boise State, and I think that's what Kirby Moore is going to try and do at Fresno State. Yeah, a lot of activity. Everyone's involved. Eric Brooks, a couple of spinoramas, and he's got the first down.
That's another Fresno State.
back to it, get the ball out quickly. The ball's out of Hayner's hands, and now you allow your talented outside receivers, inside receivers to make plays. He's making guys miss. Now Cal Poly have finally found a way to get guys to the ball, but now he's making guys miss.
Devin Gardner, I've been dimes to donuts. If I look back to your college career, there was never a game when you completed passes to 9 different players. But that's just the way Fresno State's going to do it. Already 9 different guys have caught balls, and it seems like everyone is a legitimate weapon. Hayner can't get to the 50 before he's run out of bounds.
Hayner, the ball carrier.
How about this? It's a really cool note. It's not just Jake Hayner who's doing it, but both quarterbacks have completed passes to 9 different receivers. And actually, I'm probably more impressed with Jones. 9 different receivers and 14 completions.
I mean, this is a clinic on how to distribute the ball all around the yard. Very nice job by both these quarterbacks. And that 14 of 30 is a bit deceiving for Jaden Jones. He's been accurate. He's been putting the ball in the right place. He's had some drops and different things like that.
2nd down and 6. Speed sweep Remigio. And look at Remigio lowering the shoulder. Man, he went toe to toe.
I mean, what can't this man do? You know, he set him up in the first half with all the jumping over, and now, boom! Delivering the blow as a wide receiver.
Inside run, Sherrod.
We're going to have to get a talk with Remigio after this game and say, hey, do you do that on purpose? Were you jumping over all those guys so you can set up where you can deliver a blow yourself in the second half?
Got a man down again. It's Dante Bull.
It's a big man.
6th-year senior's been around. He's not used to this hot weather. He's from British Columbia, Victoria, BC. And we had 102-degree temperatures at kickoff, and it's now gone down 13 degrees, but 89 is still hot, folks.
6'7", 320 pounds is how big that man is. Yeah, they were thinking, please, you have to get up. You got to get up. I don't know if we can do it. You got to get up. Good thing to see him walking off the field underneath his own power.
Final 43 seconds of our 3rd quarter. This drive began, remember, inside the 5-yard line. 10th play of the drive. Sherrod behind Hayner.
I go big play action here and take a shot.
Play action. Remigio. I guess anytime you get it to Remigio anyway, you're taking a shot, right?
Yeah, that's a shot. I mean, you know, when you say shot, you always think going down the field. But the play action, just because of the short yardage and the down that it was, that's why I thought you'd do that. But when you get to Remigio, that's going to probably be a big play. That's a big opportunity every time you get it to him.
8 catches in his first game with the Bulldogs. Nico Remigio. He was a steady player, solid, but was not a world beater during his time at Cal Berkeley. Maybe this offense and this time in his life is right for Remigio. All right, that's going to do it for our 3rd quarter of play. Fresno State back on the beam. They outscored Cal Poly 7-0 in our 3rd quarter, and now they're going to be knocking on the door when we come back for the 4th. FS1 College Football is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. 4 fingers in the air. We made it to the 4th quarter. Things have slowed down since that 1st quarter when Fresno State blitzed Cal Poly 21-0. Fresno State leading by 21. Knocking on the door here to begin our 4th quarter. It's 1st down and 10. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Hayner looking for help, nothing there, just throws it away, and that's a dangerous play right there. Dylan Watt got away with a hit on Remigio that was unnecessary. No flag on the field.
Yeah, they're trying to find a way to slow him down. Like, all right, I guess we just got to hit him even when he doesn't have the ball. That ball is obviously being thrown away. It's interesting. That's kind of forcible. That's forcible contact. You would think that there'd be a flag thrown there, but no unnecessary roughness is called. I'm sure the referee saw it. Didn't think it warranted any laundry, if you will.
7th incompletion of the ball game for Haener. Ty Jones. It'll bring up 3rd down and short. David Meyer, who's been busy, credited with that tackle for Cal Poly.
Cal Poly has done a much better job slowing down the screen game and using their numbers to get the advantage and stopping these screens from hurting them that hurt them so much in those first 3 drives.
Average yards per play so far in the ball game for Fresno State, 7.2 yards per play. Compared that to Cal Poly, 4.7. This will be the 13th play of this drive. Haener, a little bit late, maybe a little bit behind. It's caught by Moreno Cropper, but just a little bit short of the marker. It's now 4th down. Jacob Jones.
Yeah, this is Moreno. You know, you're trying to hold him up with the throw because you can see what he cannot. You can see that defender bearing down on him. And on zone defense with those shallow crosses, you usually want to sit that route down so that you get a nice, easy target for the 1st down. But he stayed on the move, and Haener tried to protect him by throwing it behind. But not to get 4th down.
4th and 1. Mims easily gets the 1st down. Cal Poly had to play that down without Jacob Jones, who lost his shoe.
Makes it 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
At Fresno State, we've seen them play with tempo earlier in the game. This is more of a let's bleed some clock drive. Here as we've made it to the 4th quarter with a 21-point lead for the Bulldogs. Jones, the man in motion. They give it to Mims, and they move the pile forward to the 8.
Jordan Mims, the ball carrier.
Last year, Fresno State 10-3, 6-2 in the Mountain West. Kalen DeBoer, head coach, he moved on. Jeff Tedford, Johnny on the spots, and I'm ready to go. I'd like to come back. And that's why there's so much optimism with Fresno State this year. Talented team from a year ago. A lot of wonderful players returning, and a familiar, respected face in Jeff Tedford back on the sideline. Haener, touchdown! Raymond Powles! Eight-yard touchdown pass, Jake Haener to Raymond Powles.
These are those 2nd and 3rd play opportunities that you get when you can have your quarterback moving. This is the 4th play of this play. He's trying to find somebody. When the quarterback gets on the move, it makes it super difficult for the defenders to stay with their man. Great job by Haener getting outside, finding his man. Powles with the touchdown.
You never would have said this in years past, but that was a 6th-year quarterback completing it to a 6th-year tight end.
12 years.
16 plays, 95 yards, 6 minutes and 52 taking up the game clock. Well, the 2 greatest throwers in the history of Fresno State football. You got the Carr brothers, David, and then Derek of more recent vintage. Well, Jake Haener's doing a pretty nice Carr impersonation tonight. He is well over 300 yards. He has now got 2 touchdown passes thrown. And the offense at times has shown you how they really hope that they can be elite this year more often than not.
Yeah, if he has a season, if he improves just a bit from the season where he passed for 4,000 plus yards a season ago, he'll move into 2nd place all time career yardage.
Another touchback. It'll be ball at the 25-yard line for Cal Poly. In 3 days, Andy the Destroyer Ruiz Jr. headlines an epic night of fights. The former champ squares off with Luis King Kong Ortiz in a highly anticipated heavyweight brawl. Plus Isaac Cruz versus Eduardo Ramirez and more. Sunday, live on pay-per-view. Buy now on the Fox Sports app.
Heard on that card, we got a Devin Gardner, Eric Collins rumble. So stay tuned for that if you really want to see it.
I've got one hand behind my back the entire time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no worries on that one. A little bit more than 12 minutes remaining in our ball game. Cal Poly. Pass is complete. Chris Coleman. Coleman's had a nice day. That's his third catch. Remember, he had that 57-yard gain earlier. Pickup of 10, so that's 3 catches, 74 yards for Coleman, who began his college experience at Fresno State.
Yeah, you thought they would get him more involved, and I think that they should find a way to get him involved here on this drive.
What would be your thought process if you're Bo Baldwin here? Look at Jones go, man. He's tough to bring down. And a flag comes down. Devin,
my thought
do you
process
want to get a
would be
quick touchdown and try and get this a game again? Or do you want to build your offense and your young quarterback and just have a quality, methodical, quasi-professional drive?
Well, you want to go score. You want to try to win the game. It's 11 minutes and 38 seconds. This is college football. We've seen crazier things than a 28-point comeback. And let the ref.
Personal foul, tripping, defense, number 22. That 15-yard penalty is added to in the run, and automatic. First down.
Like I was saying, but the priority is to get Chris Coleman, as we're going to be able to see the tripping penalty. Yep, right there. You can't do that. You just can't do it. I mean, it might be a little hold there too, but you can't reach your foot out and get the guy down using your feet. But like what I was saying, you want to try to go score, but the first priority is get Chris Coleman the ball and move your quarterback.
He's on the move now just because of pressure.
And that's the reason. You're having your quarterback, who's a talented runner, drop back and be a statue. You're forcing him into this style of play that is not conducive to success just because they can't protect him forever. If they know that they're going to be there and they know you got to pass the ball, the defensive line is going to pin their ears back, and now they're just racing after your quarterback. You have to find a way to keep them all balanced, and you can do that with movement.
Second down and 10. Harper. It'll be third down and long. Cal Poly. They're going to take on University of San Diego next week, the Toreros. For Fresno State next week, they get a game against Oregon State. This is going to be back-to-back games against teams from the Pac-12. Fresno State's going to have Oregon State and then USC in Los Angeles, back-to-back weekends, September 10th and 17th. A lot to ask, but if Fresno State plays good ball first couple of weeks, they'll be ranked in a hurry. Catch is made, and a wonderful bit of running there to get to the 35-yard line. Jacoby Harper gets the first down for Cal Poly.
It's a nice job of reaching back and making that catch and being able to stand on your feet and go pick up that first down.
Gain of 11.
Uncovered at the top on Woods.
Complete. Allen. Bryson Allen. He's got Cal Poly's only touchdown. He looks the part. 6'2", 190 pounds. 22 yards on that gainer. Harper. Gain of 2.
See, Jane Jones does a great job. He starts right and then comes back and knows what he has. That's the eyes of a quarterback that has a plan. You go right, you don't like it, you know exactly what's coming, and the timing works out perfectly where the dig route from Bryson Allen is coming right in. You can drive it on his numbers. Nice job. I've been impressed with the ability of this young quarterback to get through his reads, get to the right guy, move and create. He's done a good job.
Second and 8. Garland again. Down to the 5. Tackle made by Cam Lockridge, who's impressed. And this is first game with Fresno State, the transfer from Hawaii.
It's a nice job of throwing a hitch route versus press coverage. In football, everybody knows when it's a hitch route, you convert it. But the one time you don't convert it is when you have a slot fade or smash concept where you got the inside receiver going into the space that would be where you would convert the hitch. And when I say convert, I mean the hitch converts into a straight go route down the field. Nice job of getting that ball on the outside shoulder and allowing Allen to make the catch.
Nope, not going to get there. Garwood is met in the hole and brought down. Evan Williams has been doing that for a long time. 4th down and 2, and there will be no field goal. They're going to go for it.
All right, this is the 3rd time, 4th down, and it's the exact same area on the field. I'm going to say it again. The quarterback needs to be on the move to give him the option to run or throw the ball. Run or throw the ball. Hopefully this is a naked bootleg.
Jones starts under center.
There you go.
There you go, your naked bootleg. And not only is it caught for the first down, it is right on the doorstep of a touchdown. Josh Cuevas to the half-foot line.
This could be a much different game. 2 previous first downs, the legs of the quarterback were ignored and not used. Here, you get a fake to the left and then a naked bootleg around. He has options. He can run and go get it. He can throw it. He does a good job of throwing it a little bit behind, but he gives his player a chance to make a play, and he almost gets in the end zone. And now you can go quarterback sneak. You can go up the gut, whatever you want to do, but you have 4 downs to do it.
We've had a bunch of long drives in this game from both sides. This is the 11th play of the drive, and Harper is stoned.
He reached it in the end zone. They might want to take a look at that. He was being pulled back, and he reached his hand over the goal line for a touchdown. But it's covered up by a bunch of bodies. You can't really see it. That's why the Fresno State player has the ball in his hand. He reached his arm across that line.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal.
7:10 remaining in our 4th quarter. Power backfield. You got Cuevas, the tight end,
Slant
as the fullback next to Jones. And Cuevas tries to sneak out of the backfield, and the pass eludes him.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 80, Josh Cuevas.
It's a well-designed play. Jay Jones just misses this one. We haven't seen him miss a bunch of throws. This one's just a bit outside. You can see the tight end. He had just got caught up. You can see his shoulder pads all ripped down, and he wasn't able to get his footing so he can get in a full sprint to go get that ball. Jaden Jones did a good job of trying to give it air and let it and kind of loft it over there. I mean, how much higher can you throw the ball? That's the question.
Harper, again, nothing doing. Matt Lawson just swallowed him up.
Stop short. No gain.
All right, here we are again. 4th down, you go 3 straight plays and you don't move your quarterback. Now, back against the wall, you hope your young quarterback, your redshirt freshman quarterback is going to be able to make a play. But he said it again. Got to put him on the move and give him options and allow this young guy to create. He's proven that he can be trusted, and after this break, we'll see if the Cal Poly offense can finish off this drive.
Cal Poly has the football knocking on the doorstep. It is 4th down and goal. Red zone has been a difficult situation for Cal Poly, Devin. They've had their chances and just haven't gotten it done.
Yeah, they're not using the full skill set of their quarterback. Hopefully on this play, they get him on the move and allow him to have choices, options, and allow him to make the play right.
4th and goal.
Sprint left option.
Nope. They go right up the gut, and Evan Williams spoils things again. The senior safety has been remarkable here in the 2nd half, and he almost single-handedly spoiled that drive for Cal Poly. Fresno State They survive. They've still only given up those 7 points. They've got the football when we return. Evan Williams, preseason all Mountain West, showing you what he's all about. 8 tackles, 6 of them solo. He's got 1 tackle for loss, and just a moment ago, he was the man who stopped Harper at the doorstep to get the ball back for Fresno State.
Interesting fact about him, he is a juggler. He can juggle.
Is that right?
That's crazy. He can juggle, but he can also blaze off the edge.
Let's see what kind of ball control Fresno State has as we're going to go into the 6-minute mark of our 4th quarter. Gain of 3. Malik Sherrod is in the game. And we've got a Cal Poly man down in the backfield. So we've got a man down, and we'll take a timeout. Keep it here.
You can see again, 102 degrees at kick. You got the toes getting pulled back. That's usually a sign of cramping. See the trainer trying to work it out and things like that. It's hot out there. It is hot on that football field, and when that turf, it's even hotter.
Antonio Facomealalo is the man off the field.
That was outstanding how you just said that last name. Oh my goodness, this man's amazing.
2nd down and 7. Are you surprised that Jake Hayner's still in the game?
I'm not, because even though he's been pretty efficient, learning and working through the kinks with his new coordinator, understanding the situation. This is a perfect time to work on situational football, 4-minute offense. Can you waste 5 minutes and 45 seconds and win this game without giving the ball back? That's the question.
Jake Hayner has been around the block. Remember, he started his career in Washington. He's a Pac-12 quarterback for a couple of seasons, only played 3 games. But then last couple of years, Fresno State putting up numbers. There's actually some whisper that maybe he wasn't going to come back. He was going to transfer, but when Jeff Tedford came back to be the head coach at Fresno State, Jake Hayner, who's known Coach Tedford since he was 9 years old, said, "That is how I'll finish off my college experience."
Yeah, the transfer portal, maybe more opportunities somewhere else to play on an even bigger stage, but why not go down as one of the best quarterbacks to ever play at this university?
That'll be a 1st down. Look at Sherrod go. And Sherrod finally wrestled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That will allow Fresno State to burn some more clock.
Nice job by Jones getting into the line of scrimmage and then finding his way underneath and then outside. Very nice job of setting up his blocks, moving nice and slow through the hole and then bursting.
We've got a player down. We'll take a timeout. Zipping along. We've got 4:47 remaining. This is why you stayed with us. Cal Poly's most famous football alum, John Madden, not only played football at Cal Poly, also played baseball as a catcher. There he is, right side of your screen, getting ready to do work. He was a 2-way player, played offense and defense, got his master's degree at Cal Poly, charter member of the Cal Poly Hall of Fame, and of course, the Pro Football Hall of Fame 16 years ago, the late, great John Madden, with a belly full of turducken.
I was a 2-way player once. I'm 10 years old. 2002.
Doesn't count. Does not count. Hey, we got a quarterback change.
Late John Madden was amazing.
Logan Fife has replaced Jake Hayner after that 1st down to get them away from the shadow of their own goal line. And now Logan Fife, the sophomore from Tracy, California, will more than likely finish out the game. First down and 10. Ball's in the 32. Sherrod right up the gut. He's getting stronger. He is getting stronger and stronger as the game moves on. Javion Cole saved the touchdown. Back-to-back runs of 22 and 25 for Sherrod.
He's showing very good patience and burst. He's slow to the hole, and then he bursts through as soon as he sees an opening, and the offensive line is doing a very good job of clearing it out. And this is what you want to see if you're a coach. You want to see 4-minute offense. Can you bury your team and not give them a chance to come in and win the game?
Fife doing a good job of controlling that game clock. Still has 7 seconds remaining on the play clock. Sherrod. All right, this is cool stuff. Break this down for me. We've got John Madden in uniform with video, Devin Gardner.
All right, we got John Madden here. He's going to go here and stick him out, and then he's going here and then around. Very nice job by John Madden, the big man on the outside. And then you're going to get him on the outside making a play on defense as well. He gets taken out underneath. Here he is, just absolutely stopping these guys and making sure they cannot move him off the ball.
I don't know how you didn't give me a boom.
Boom. Well, you know, it wasn't a boom in there. You know, you can't just manufacture a boom out of thin air. It has to be some boom, you know.
Again, Fife doing a good job of using the entirety of the play clock before ending it off to Sherrod. It'll bring up 3rd down. All right, so Fresno State crossing over 1 hurdle. Jake Kaner and the Bulldogs have back-to-back games against Pac-12 foes, Oregon State and USC, in the next 2 weeks.
That's why Haner's on the sideline. Get your rest, kid. You got 2 formidable foes coming up. A little more on John Madden. You know, my favorite John Madden moment is with the mama bucket, the papa bucket, in the baby bucket. You know, the water. It's really good. I've always looked for an opportunity to do that, but they never have a small bucket around. It's always just all the same size. It's like that's a grown-up bucket, you know, even if it was a kid. We've digressed.
Cal Poly didn't look like they're going to use up any of their timeouts trying to stop the clock before they get the ball back. Cal Poly still with 3 timeouts remaining. So this is Fresno State's next 5. You got Oregon State, USC, and UConn. That game against Boise State over the years has just been phenomenal. No matter what conference they're in, getting back to their WAC days. And now in the Mountain West. But if, and it's a massive if they can get past Oregon State, that game against USC is going to be a whole lot of fun. And for some reason, if they pull off the upset in Los Angeles against USC, everyone's going to be talking about Jake Kaner and this Fresno State program. Absolutely. They've got it set up.
Because the way it's going to happen is he has to have a masterful day. And he's going to have to outduel somebody who many think is going to be a Heisman Trophy finalist.
It's going to be a fun weekend, Devin. We're it's on Thursday, but there have already been so many games around the country, and more games tomorrow, and then obviously a full weekend before the NFL even gets started, man. It's like a smorgasbord of college football.
How good does it feel to have football back?
Saturday on Fox, it's a new regime takeover in Norman, Oklahoma. Brent Venables and star receiver Marvin Mims. The 9th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners taking on UTEP. Action starts at 3:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Marvin Mims, no relation to Jordan Mims, who's in our game today. Marvin Mims is a speedster. Man, he's got some explosive playmaking ability over there at Oklahoma. Brett Venables is happy that he stuck around.
So on 4th down and 4, Fresno State's going to punt the football. 78 seconds remaining in our game. And another touchback. Virtually every time the Cal Poly has started with the football, it's been on the 25-yard line. Here is the Mountain West Division preseason poll. You got Fresno State. Smart people thinking that it's theirs to lose.
I mean, when you return the talent and firepower that they did, starting with the quarterback, and then you add Remigio, who we just saw today, and the rest of the Mountain West better beware. He is extremely explosive. You got to think that they're going to be at the top of that Mountain West, especially just the West Division, for sure.
And then the Mountain Division, you got Boise State.
Boise State always electric. Always fun to watch them play on that blue turf for years. My most fondest memory is watching when they beat Oklahoma.
Ooh, Jared Zabransky, Statue of Liberty play.
Statue of Liberty.
Spencer Brash, who started 7 games a year ago, now comes on to finish the game for Jaden Jones. Final thoughts on what you saw to Jaden Jones making his first college start?
I mean, I was extremely impressed with the poise that he showed. Obviously, he had some early first start blunders and different things like that. But as far as his play on the field as a quarterback, getting through his reads, having poise, making plays when they're available, I think he did a very, very good job.
Brash, the starter last year, 7 games, started the first 2 in the final 5. Transfer from Cal. But yeah, got beaten out. Looks like Jaden Jones is at least the foreseeable future for Cal Poly.
And when I talked to him earlier this week, he said, it feels good after all my hard work that Coach Baldwin, his staff, and most importantly, my teammates believe in me to lead the team. I mean, that says a lot for a guy who wasn't able to show much and only got a chance in practice. And they've got themselves a pretty talented quarterback for years to come.
All right, it is gone final. Congratulations to Fresno State. The return of Jeff Tedford goes swimmingly. They win by a final score of 35-7 over Cal Poly. We'll take a timeout. We will come back with final thoughts on Cal Poly and Fresno State in Fresno. Stick around.